The U.S. is home to about 2.5 million Black-owned businesses. They already had some unique challenges, but were hit even harder during the pandemic. EBONY Magazine is doing their part to highlight Black-owned businesses in their Block Party series, which recently featured Houston. For 75 years, the magazine has covered all facets of the Black experience. And here with more is CEO Michele Ghee. Good morning, Michele.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. All right. You have 25 years of experience in the media and entertainment world, BET, A&E, CNN, the list goes on there. When it comes to EBONY, that was the first in terms of covering the Black experience for a lot of people in media. I remember my mom and dad, who died in their 90s, were well into adulthood when they first got their hands on this magazine. Speaking of Black-owned businesses, tell us how it got started and why it was so important, especially during that time.
Yeah, think about it. Back in the day when John Johnson launched his brand in 1945, we did not have an opportunity to see ourselves anywhere, right? And so what John Johnson wanted to do is he wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to see ourselves truly reflected. And that is why he built this magazine, 1945, EBONY, 1951, Jet, and it's been doing that ever since.
Yeah, there were local Black publications around the country, but this was different.
Yeah, it was. And, John Johnson, when he saw Life magazine, he goes, man, like we're not being covered. And can I create something that brings to life this community? And he actually emulated Life magazine to create EBONY. And it was so important. And think about it, Deborah, it's still important today. We're still not being shown or seen in all the beauty and all of the things that we create and do.
Yeah, we could tell our own story. Initially, they covered entertainment and sports figures, which, we all loved. But then there were those pivotal moments in Black history. The open casket photo of Emmett Till.
Yeah. So in 1955, Mamie Till had the courage to say, you're going to leave the casket open. And we had the honor to be there, not me personally, because I wasn't with the brand then, but to take that picture. And we put it on the cover of Jet magazine. It is one of our most iconic Jet covers. And people don't realize that that cover launched the civil rights movement because of her courage, because of showing what really happened to us without a trial, without a jury, with anything. And that really was a bold moment.
Yeah, and speaking of the civil rights movement, the March on Washington.
Yeah, the pictures we have in our archives and the covers that we have during that time. Our owner, Eden Bridgman, had an opportunity to go to Chicago, and in a vault are 143 boxes, Deborah, of every single magazine, every cover from Jet to EBONY, EBONY Junior, EBONY Africa. And one of the things that we want to do in the future is bring that to life, those archives, those pictures, those stories that are still, to me, hidden figures. If you think about Black history, my kids are like, Mommy, they're not really teaching Black history in school. And we have a responsibility to do that through those archives.
Yeah. And when you say hidden figures, you had the cover of Aretha Franklin. Although she was very public, she was a hidden figure in the sense that a lot of people didn't have her whole story. They just saw her as the entertainer.
Yeah, one of the honors and privileges I had as CEO, I took over in January, is to shoot Jennifer Hudson, with her version of Respect. And we know that Aretha actually handpicked Jennifer for that role. And so we had an opportunity to put up the new Aretha cover with the old Aretha cover. And man, that journey, that photo shoot, having a conversation with her about her journey was one of the highlights in my career. She's an amazing woman, amazing individual. And that story in its totality needs to be told. So we're honored to be able to put that as our cover for September.
Yeah, as I said, we always had the magazines in my house growing up, and I don't know if I can pick a favorite because they all are so different and tell different moments. But one that my parents were so proud to see, again, I mentioned they were in their 90s when they passed away, was the cover of President Barack Obama.
So can I tell you a great story, Deborah? So for Barack's 60th birthday, I'm sorry, Michelle reached out, or her office reached out. I wish Michelle would call me, but her office reached out and asked could they repost the cover with him in his sunglasses leaning forward. And so we woke up in the morning, we're waiting, we're like, she posted it.
Aww.
But that's the power of this brand. We've captured so many amazing images. So it was our honor to give that to the First Lady for Barack on his birthday. But yes, those are some of my favorite covers. Tracy Ellis Ross, right? And her leaning over Anthony Anderson and Blackish. There's just so many.
There's so many of them, right? By the way, Michelle calls me all the time, won't stop. I mean, anyway, no, not true. Okay, so.
No, we know
Yeah, right. So there's a fresh new look of the magazine after 75 years. The Ebony block parties have been really cool. We've talked about how Black businesses have struggled, but when you throw a pandemic on top of it, so you came up with this idea for the block parties to celebrate, those Black-owned businesses in key cities.
Yeah, so I love to give credit where credit is due. A young woman who is on our team named Yvonne McNair, she owns a company called Captivate Marketing Group, and she came up with the idea, and she knew that it was a passion for me to honor Black businesses. We can talk about it, but when we show up on the ground and cover it and push it out to millions of people, we can drive traffic to those places. If we don't support our Black businesses, then nobody's going to excel in this community. So it was one of the things that I wanted to do. I made a promise to my dad on his deathbed, and he had a small business in Oakland, that we would support them.
Yeah, from the inside out. In Houston, that block party was August 21st, and all the people you have here, we've had on Great Day Houston, the folks from the Turkey Leg Hut, the Black Store, the Breakfast Club. Good morning, Marcus Davis, Lamique Beauty. Good morning, Kim Roxy. So great to see that. Your next block party is New Orleans. We certainly know they've been hit really hard by Ida, and so those businesses will need that support as well. Michele, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for all the work that you do. It's so much appreciated and so respected.
Thank you very much. And I'll get with Michele and tell her to call you back.
Yes, tell her to call me. I'm waiting.
All right, thank you.